Hello Internet. Today I wanted to do a shorter video. We're going to be looking at the interactive consoles in Visual Studio. Specifically, we're going to be looking at interactive C#. And now what these are they're consoles in Visual Studio that allow you to do real-time interpretation of whatever language it is. I believe the supported ones in Visual Studio are, let me check quick. If you open up View, Other Windows, you'll see them down at the bottom. This is a new, in Visual Studio 2013, you're going to see F# interactive. And then if you get Visual Studio 2015, you should get C# interactive. And then later on, you'll get Python as well. And then it looks like we have PowerShell as well. I don't know why you need a PowerShell interactive window. You've already got the the package manager console, which is just PowerShell anyway, but it's there if you need it. So we're going to be opening up the C# interactive window. It's going to open up at the bottom here. And so I'm actually just going to drag this out and make it big because this is really all we care about. And so what this is it's exactly like what it says. I can do standard like C# stuff. Here's hello world. And you can see it just prints it out. And so this is just compiled right now in real time, and it's all powered by, I believe, the Roslyn C# compiler, which is the new one that came out with C# or with Visual Studio 2015. So that's what's powering this. The cool thing with this is if you need to test code really quick, you can do that. Let's see, there's a way to get help, which is probably useful because I don't have any idea what I'm doing. I've used this tool sparingly. At work, I don't have Visual Studio 2015, so haven't really used it that much. But here, we can use it because it's my own personal project, so I'll do what I want. So, pretty much what this is giving us is a bunch of commands to do standard stuff. New lines, clear submission, things like that. Then there's a few other for like loading scripts. So if you want to write a script in C# that you can just run whenever, you can do that. Looks like some way of loading up dependencies like DLLs and things. I guess if you need that, that's there too. But the cool thing is we can do, like, let's say we want to test out like some fun new formula, like a distance formula. Or, yeah, let's just do distance. We'll do the distance between two integers, so x and int y, where, and then that's just going to return x minus y. And that should be good. So what I did is I created a new distance function, and we can just do this in line. And you'll see those dots. I believe those just mean it's continuing the line. And then these carets are going to be you're ready to do your next command. So we closed out our function. So we've got a new function that computes the difference between x and y. It's pretty much just glorified subtraction, but it is glorified subtraction. But so the idea here is we can do like distance of 10. Well, actually, let's print it out. Actually, we don't need to. We can do distance of 10 and 5. And that didn't print out anything. I was expecting it to print things out. If you do like Python, for example, it will print out the variable of the last command you ran. Or is that Ruby? Might be Ruby. I might be getting my languages confused. That happens a lot. Anyway, we could fix that. Replace current submission with previous submission. Oh, we can do, looks like Control Enter. Nope, wrong. Okay. And this is what happens when you don't actually know what you're doing. So the cool thing is I can still, like, we haven't gotten any errors yet. So if I actually run that command just like I would normally run in code, we'll get 5. which is 10 minus 5. So super simple stuff. But if you need to write or test a script, like you want to, I don't know, figure out like what is the, let's do like sine of something. I think it's just math.sine. Let's say, what's the sine of 100? It is this. So negative 0.5. So you can do fun things like that. And there we go. So Alt up is going to cycle through your commands. But the idea here is it's an easy way to test your scripts without, you don't have to compile anything. It's all done in real time. So if you just need to really quickly write a script, or if you just want to do something in C#, like say you want to like list all of your what's a good example? We can do this. So let's say I want to get the first 3 elements from an array, but I don't want to like write a program to do that. I just want to do that. Like you could probably, and you probably should, use like PowerShell or something like that to do that. But if you want, you can do, let's create an int array of, what are we going to call it? Array. And we'll create a new int array. And I'll just stick 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in there. And now what I can do is, let's say I want a second int array to be the filtered. And we'll just say that's equal to the array.take3. And so that's going to use link. I don't know if link is included. It doesn't look like it is. Ah, no, it's returning the wrong type. So I'll just use variable. So it should automatically assign the type. This still works. So now I have a filtered array with 3 elements in it, or I hope there's 3 elements in it. And so if I write that, we should get, well, that's less useful. Let's do, what is the count? Let's actually end the line. Ah, that doesn't work. Cannot convert from method group to bool. What? I think I may have a few things wrong here. Let's try this. No definition of length. Why is it thinking that's a Boolean? Interesting. Okay, so that doesn't work. What if I convert it to a string? Sorry, I was holding Alt. It doesn't like that. We still are getting less helpful stuff. So when all else fails, let's just do a for each. Let's do for every I in filtered, we'll just print it out. And so this should just print out a bunch of arrays. I'm just going to stick that in front. And we get 0, 1, 2. So we filtered our original array from 6 elements, took the first 3 from that, and then looped over them all and returned the first 3. So this is all really basic. This is all really easy stuff. Stuff that you can do in like any language. The cool thing is now we can do it in C# code that's run at real time. And we can all do this just from a little window in C# or in Visual Studio that just sits at the bottom of your screen. So I could be coding and just pull this up and run a really quick thing and go from there. So I hope this was interesting. I tried to keep this one short, mostly because this is going to be more a tool for exploring. At least I think that's what it's for. If you have a really cool like something you've used this for, something that's really interesting, let me know, because I'm actually kind of curious about what people are using this tool for. You saw what I've kind of thought of it. It seems useful, but I don't know how to take it beyond what I was doing. Like just executing and creating basic functions and testing out what they would do without compiling like your big program if you have that. So if there's something you're doing that you think is cool, let me know in the comments below, and I would love to check that out. Otherwise, I hope to see you guys in the next video. So until then, see you, Internet.